Let's do it. Let's head over. Let's talk to Paul Hemry and a little Whitney Williams. Remember Whitney from last week? We talked about how awesome she was at the Mayor's Cup. I'm gonna like fall over a pool table here or something. All right, let's do it. Welcome back, Whitney Williams and Paul Hemry, her coach from South High School. I'm sorry, West High School. Bad deal. Bad deal. I'm sorry, we had Coach Tim Davis on from West earlier today, so West is in the brain. But, man, Paul, thank you for coming down, buddy. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And Whitney, welcome back. How was the experience? Like, not too nerve-wracking last week, or was it?
No.
No? Did it work out okay?
Yeah.
It was okay? All right. Well, I'm excited that Paul's down here. Paul, let's first talk a little bit about your background. Number one, you are a tennis pro. I hear that you were like the man in Alaska. You were the numero uno dude to swing a racket.
Definitely one.
Mayor Dan Sullivan's probably the other one, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sullivan, yeah. And of course Aaron Haynes, you can't forget about him.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. But you've been playing since you were 7 years old.
Yeah.
And what got you into it from the get-go? Your parents?
Yeah, my mom was playing in college, and she got into it, and then it became sort of a family thing.
Okay.
And now, 30 years later, I've got all the X-rays and abnormal MRIs to prove that it's been 3 decades.
That's awesome. And 6 years coaching at East, and then for the last 4 years you've been a coach at South, and now you're going to be becoming the head coach next year. Is that true? Because who's going to be retiring?
Bob Jones has been the coach since South High opened.
Okay.
So he's had a bunch of
crazy success. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Hard shoes to fill.
Wow. So you ready for the challenge?
I think so. I've got a big gun here. So
can you believe this girl? Now, Whitney, you're only a sophomore, and I guess I'm curious, Paul. Like, what is it that you see in Whitney? What makes her so special? Sophomore, we were talking about the Mayor's Cup, and she competed in, I think, 7 events, some of them being men's events. This was, by the way, the finals for the men's A single competition, and it was a tight one, or it wasn't, but
it wasn't.
It was. The score wasn't the whole story, but the fact that she's a sophomore and she's playing national level tennis, I would say easily she's the top woman player to ever play in Alaska.
Wow, really? As a sophomore, that's incredible.
Exactly.
Look at you.
That's a big deal. It's a big deal.
No, seriously, what was it natural ability, do you think? Is it just the time you put in? I mean, it's got to be a little bit of both, right?
Right. Well, usually it helps when you start at an early age.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gene pool and working a lot of hard.
Gene pool? Does your mom, was she a tennis pro?
But there's just a lot of athletes in my family. My grandpa, he was going to play in the NFL for the Miami Dolphins.
The Dolphins?
Yeah.
All right.
And just like my mom, she was a really hard worker and gymnast and cheerleader. And my dad was football and stuff. So.
Awesome. So you got it in the blood.
Yeah.
And Paul, what do you see in
what I see is that, she's a phenomenal athlete and she works really hard. One of the things I like is that their family has this tennis culture. The mom, I always call Stephanie, her mom, the manager.
Yes.
The manager, because she
does. She seems to be in control.
Exactly. And she creates this culture that is competitive, but it's fun, it's involved, and it's just a really, really healthy way to produce a top athlete. So she could probably write a book on creating a tennis prodigy or any sports prodigy. But that atmosphere, I think, is a big part of the success. But then, of course, the hard work and the fact that she loves the sport, that doesn't hurt either.
It doesn't hurt. No, hard work, huge, and great student I hear as well. Is that, yeah? Well, what about, what is it that you love about tennis? You said that you have this unparalleled love for tennis. What is it about tennis?
Well, I don't really know exactly. It's like when you start early with something and you really like it, you just kind of keep going along with it. And so, like, the feeling of when you hit, like, a really good shot on your forehand or backhand is just, like, amazing.
Yeah.
So, just, like, hitting...
Like that sweet spot?
Yeah,
it's just like,
sweet spot.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, real quick back to Paul. I hear I'm reading some of the like you said, Stephanie. She's on top of this, right? So she says tennis IQ off the charts. You are the Roger Federer of the AK, number 1. Currently the number 1 player in the state, which is true, right?
For now, I'd say,
Okay, as we speak right now.
All right.
you started playing at 7 and a bit of a dynasty, I guess. So let's see, your family grew up tennis here in Alaska, and can you speak to that a little bit?
All four of my two sisters and my brother played at Diamond as well as me.
Okay.
And a number of region championships. My older brother and sister were at Diamond High during their 12-year dynasty. So 12 years in a row, which
It's insane.
yeah, I don't think any team has even come close to that. So
How does that work? What I mean, is it the coaching? Is it just
Dave Reeves, who's a local tennis legend, he was their coach during that time, and amazing coach, and they had great players. And it was just one of those magical times in the 80s where everything came together for them.
That's awesome.
12 years. And it was kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, how often do you guys train? Because I know you're getting ready to go down to nationals, right? Now, what is it? The U.S. Open mixed qualifier. Oh, hey, we are classy here on the set of AKSN. I hope that sticks-ish. If not, well, that's a little bit down. Sorry. No, but you're getting ready to head down south, Texas, right? Arlington. Yeah. So, how are we preparing for that? Like, how many hours a day do you guys hook up? I mean, what is it that? It's all about chemistry, I'm assuming, and you guys being on the same page and knowing each other really well to go out on the court and be uniformed and to win.
Right. Oh, so well, it's been kind of hard to practice now because finals and everything. So, but after that, it'll be pretty easy just to hit, and I'm making them go to acceleration with me.
Wait, bring down acceleration.
Acceleration Alaska.
Is that like a CrossFit style, like where you're just, or what is acceleration Alaska?
And they work on your speed and agility and your strength.
Oh, that's right, we talked about
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
So Paul needs to work on his strength, speed, and agility. Yeah.
She hits the ball harder than I do. She's in better shape than I am. So those are things I need to work on. So I might start the little training regime a little bit, step it up a notch here before we go down to Arlington.
Well, yeah, Paul, like, what's your stamina? I mean, do you feel good physically? You look good. I mean, do you feel good when you're out there running around the court? I mean, or is it crazy after one set?
Usually I feel okay, but you know, once you're coming on 40, you feel it the next day.
Oh,
She doesn't feel it the next day. That's a big difference right now.
It's the beauty of being a sophomore.
Yeah,
right?
but chemistry though,
Yeah.
we don't need any work on that. We really work well as a doubles team.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How long have you been working together? Just out of curiosity.
Been about 2 or 3 years now. We play doubles too.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. And what is it? I mean, you obviously you know when somebody is going to be a good partner, somebody that you can work with. What was it about Whitney? Was it just that drive, that passion, and then what was it about Paul that you just were like, I can work with this guy. We can make it happen.
Well, when we're playing together, I really don't have to worry about what he's going to do because he usually always succeeds in the point.
Sure.
So I just let him do his thing, and then so I really don't have to worry about anything when I play with him.
All right, excellent. What do you think, Paul?
You know, it's hard. It's one of those intangibles. It's hard to tell with chemistry, especially as a coach. When you put people together, you end up afterwards with this impression. Yeah, they had really good chemistry, or yeah, maybe not so much. And it's the weirdest thing. It's really hard to always pinpoint it. But demeanor, dispositions on the court. She's real quiet. She's sort of a quiet warrior.
Those are the best, right?
Exactly.
The ones that, they don't have to talk. They just go out and deliver.
It's all about business.
Yeah.
It's all about business. So, yeah, it's hard to say, but a lot of communication, a lot of fist bumps, that sort of thing, and being real supportive. Yeah, real supportive, and whatever happens, it's gonna be okay. And
Excellent.
That's a lot of it right there.
You know, when you're do you have a tune that you jam in the locker room, or you guys get hyped up?
She does. I don't know what it is.
Is it some dubstep? What are you jamming to there?
I really just get pep talks for my mom.
Oh, okay.
I just
You're not listening to Zig Ziglar on tape.
No.
Or anything like that?
Get your iPod out sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
You're listening to
Sometimes I just plug the earplugs in and I just listen. I don't really pay attention to anybody else besides
You just
music.
got to get in the zone.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, best of luck in Arlington, and maybe we can chat with you when you get back, because if you do well there, you go on to New York City. Is that true?
That's correct.
All right, and what's going down in New York City? That's a big deal.
Yeah.
The New York, my understanding, well, Whitney, you know better, but you play this tournament, you do well, then you move on to another tournament, and if you do well there, then you get either a wild card or a first round into the U.S. Open.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, Whitney, pleasure having you on. Paul, great to meet you, man.
Thank you so much.
All right. Excellent. Thank you so much, Paul, Hemry, and Whitney Williams. We're going to be right back. More AKSN live at the Peanut Farm. They're live for us at the Peanut Farm and the KTBY